Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting episode. Today's video is from Black Conservative Perspective. It's titled "The View Shuts Down Sunny Hostin After She Blames Solar Panel and Earthquakes on Climate Change." The View shuts down Sunny Hostin after she blames solar eclipse and earthquakes on climate change. My name is Ogechi. If you are stopping by for the first time, hello, thank you for stopping by. Do want to click on the red subscribe button, like this video, kindly share and drop a comment. So it's important that you watch till the end of the video, okay, so you can fully understand what we're trying to talk about here. Drop a nice comment, turn on your post notification bell so you'll be the first person to get notified anytime we drop a new video, okay? And to my returning subscribers and viewers, you guys are amazing. Thank you for always stopping by. Make sure you like, share and drop a comment. Let's get straight into the video. Today's video is from Black Conservative Perspective. Let's go.
Extinction!
But the police want you to leave.
Yes?
You're not going?
We're staying here because we know what is at stake and we are not going to give up.
You are not low! You are not low!
Alright guys, so as most of you know, we have been experiencing some natural phenomena recently that has a whole lot of people asking questions, okay? Questions about divine intervention, okay? And what is going on with the planet? What's going on with the world? What's going on with, I don't know, our solar system, right? Because we just experienced an earthquake in the northeastern part of the country, and that made headline news. And now, just a few days later, we have a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse that happens to be a pretty rare event, especially in the United States of America, because we're getting a total solar eclipse. And, you know, people are asking questions about, is this a sign, right? Is this a sign from God? Is there something going on? And this is what the discussion is about on The View today, okay? The Cackling Hens are going to discuss this. And of course, they cannot discuss the solar eclipse or these other natural events without bringing up Trump, because Trump lives in the Cackling Hens' heads rent free, okay? But the most fascinating moment of this discussion was when Sunny Hostin took a quick departure from her Trump derangement and actually tried to suggest that what is happening with the earthquake and the solar eclipse is evidence of climate change. And the other Cackling Hens on The View promptly proceeded to shut her down after she made that insane suggestion. Take a look.
Viewing parties and early school closing, and some folks even warning that it's a sign from God.
Oh, really?
What do you think about today's solar event?
That it's strictly science, one.
Well, I was going to say PSA, you can't see a darn thing.
You can't see anything.
So normal sunglasses will not cut it. Get your safety
No, you
goggles.
cannot wear it. Listen, do not, okay, let's be really clear.
Yeah.
Unless you know that the glasses you have
Are eclipse.
are eclipse glasses, do not put them on to look at the sun.
Because you can't see anything.
And it doesn't even matter that you can't see anything, but it will blind you because you don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
do
Donald
it.
Trump didn't get blind, and he did it.
He is blind.
So a fascinating thing
Yes.
is it does the damage, but you don't feel it.
What has Donald Trump got to do with this conversation now? These ladies obviously have the Donald Trump derangement, because we're just talking about the eclipse and the glasses. You know, she was trying to actually be nice. She was saying, oh, don't use the glasses if you're sure it's not an eclipse glasses. And she's mentioning Donald Trump. Like, what has that got to do with the conversation? Anyway, let's find out. There's only one way to find out, right? Let's just find out, because I don't know.
Feel it because of just how powerful it is. Can I know?
Maybe that's what's wrong with him.
Maybe that explains some things.
Yeah.
So what's kind of crazy is with the earthquake on Friday and then the eclipse today, people are having all sorts of conspiracies about the end of the world. And then I read online that the earthquake epicenter was actually at Bedminster in New Jersey.
Right.
Fun fact. So it originated with Trump.
I have to say, I know, right? I mean, I have to say, Karen Dupiche, our wonderful, one of our wonderful makeup artists, when the earthquake was happening, she put her coat on and she was like, Jesus is coming.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm leaving. We've got a solar eclipse. We've got the
ran down the
earthquake.
hallway.
She ran down the hallway.
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here. And then also I learned that the cicadas are coming.
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
Although I love
for the first time in like
cicada.
No,
100
Tomato
years.
no.
Two
That's-
different.
no,
well, this is what I read.
There's
Two different times.
two different kinds of
Yes,
cicadas.
two different
coming.
times are coming.
The good cicadas
types,
and the bad
but
cicadas.
for the first time in many years.
No,
And so-
every 17 years this happens.
Well, that's not what I read, but maybe maybe
Well,
you know better.
in
I
a
will
way.
say all those things together would maybe lead one to believe that either climate change exists,
That's more
or
the
something
point.
is really
Except
going
Earth is
on.
returning.
Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground. It can't. I don't think
It happens,
How about the
and,
warming of the
and
planet?
the eclipse, they've known about the eclipse coming because eclipses happen, and they actually can say when these things are going to happen. So all these folks who are saying, it's a sign from God, God doesn't give you warning. Okay? You think he gave people at the Tower of Babel warning? Oh, I'm about to jack y'all up? No. God does stuff, and then you figure, oh, that's probably because I just, it's no. But the cicadas come,
God actually gives us warnings sometimes. Yeah, if you read your Bible well, when God wanted to destroy a particular city, he sent this guy that was swallowed in a fish, was swallowed by a fish. He sent him to go and tell them to mind their ways. Yes, he did tell them. So sometimes God gives us warning. Now this, I think, okay, first it was an earthquake and then the eclipse, right, of the solar. I think it's just a climate change, and probably God is giving us a warning that, okay, something is going on. Why does that have to do with Trump? Like, why do you have to mention Trump? Because, okay, the earthquake started in his city or something like that.
have them every 17 years. There's some we get every 20 some odd years. And they just go under and they come back up. And now there's two, they make noise and have sex.
And this time, both types are coming.
They have sex?
Yes.
They make, what's
They
the
make
noise?
new
What's the
cicadas
noise
who
while they're
go-
having sex?
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that, okay? Even the cackling hens on the View, all the cackling hens had to correct Sunny Hostin immediately when she made the very, very, very ignorant and silly insinuation that a solar eclipse and earthquakes have something to do with climate change. When if you have just two brain cells to rub together, then you should know that, hey, the solar eclipse, like the movement of the sun and the moon, okay, the distance between the sun and the moon and Earth have absolutely nothing to do with climate change. Even if you believe the climate science, right, the left-wing agenda when it comes to climate, even if you believe it, they don't have anything to do with each other at all when it comes to the solar eclipse, that is, okay? Have nothing to do with it at all. However, when it comes to earthquakes, I am personally not convinced that there is a link between climate change and earthquakes in the sense that climate change causes more earthquakes, which is what the woke revolutionaries are theorizing. Okay, this is what they're saying. However, we do know that plate tectonics, which are responsible for earthquakes, they do contribute to the cause of volcanoes and mountains forming. But that, right, that is probably as far as the link goes, in my opinion, okay? But when you talk about climate change causing more earthquakes, the left-wing climate scientists have theorized that the changes in sea level as a result of climate change could also cause changes in the pressure of the fault lines on Earth, which can affect the frequency of earthquakes, right? That is the theory. However, there is no definitive link yet, right? Like they don't actually know that for sure. Like you can't predict the frequency of earthquakes based off climate change, right? They can't do that yet, right? So to say that an earthquake was caused by climate change is a stretch, just like saying that a tornado was caused by climate change is a stretch, okay? However, according to these people, every type of natural phenomena is caused by climate change, more specifically man-made climate change. And again, this is how these people are programmed to think, right? This is what they believe. When you are a far left Democrat Party propagandist, this is something that you say by default. You automatically say that any type of natural phenomena that could be related to the earth or, you know, the weather or space or whatever, right? It's climate change. Climate change. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, what do you connect that back to? Well, you connect that to the Republican Party, right? You connect it to the Republican Party. Again, it's just as silly as the Democrats trying to blame tornadoes on climate change, right? When there's no evidence that tornadoes, the strength or the frequency of the tornadoes is affected by climate change, right? But they just automatically think, oh, well, it must be climate change, right? They just blame everything on climate change. And then they try to say that.
Anyway, I'm not sure what could be, because initially I remember I said that it could be a climate change. I'm not sure because I'm not into that aspect of sciences. So if you know what could be the issue, right? What could be the cause of the earthquake and then the eclipse, please let us know in the comment section. Let's just try to educate ourselves, because I'm also not sure. You know, Sunny Hostin said could be climate change, even though some other people on the view, like not all of them actually agreed that it was climate change, to be honest. It was mainly Sunny Hostin that said climate change, right? And then the other ladies were probably climate change, or God is trying to warn us about something, which I think, I don't know. But if you know what could be the cause of this earthquake and solar almost at the same time, please let us know in the comment section. Let's try to educate ourselves and, you know, inform ourselves about certain natural occurrences.
The deaths as a result of climate change are a result of the inaction by the Republican Party. When China is emitting a third of the world's greenhouse emissions, right? Even if the United States went down to zero, if we went down to zero, if we were carbon neutral, that still wouldn't do a damn thing when it comes to climate change. Wouldn't do anything at all. But again, these people clearly and obviously don't know that. They don't know anything except Democrat Party talking points. And what you just saw there, guys, was literally a Democrat Party talking point just coming out of Sunny Hostin's mouth, and she didn't even have to think about it, right? She just said it because they're told to just say certain things. Doesn't matter if it's true. Doesn't matter if it makes sense. Doesn't matter if there's any logic or reasoning behind it. No. Oh, solar eclipse, earthquake, oh, climate change. And the one that I really love the most is when it comes to hurricane season, right? Because when there are seasons where there are a lot more hurricanes, these people boo-hoo whine and cry about climate change. But then when there's a season where there's not that many hurricanes, these people are silent. They're like, well, we're not going to cry about climate change this year when it comes to hurricanes because it doesn't fit our agenda, right? It's just so funny how that works. This is NPC behavior, right? This was a flat out NPC moment. Flat out NPC moment. And it shows you just how much of a cult this whole climate change thing has become, right? But hey, you got to give her credit. At least she did not do what a UN climate advisor recently did, which was to blame climate change on white men, right? That's what Aisha Sadiqua said at a recent event, that it's the white man's invention, right? That's what climate change is. Take a look.
And I say this because the climate crisis is not passive. The climate crisis is not a result of natural disasters. It's actually man-made. It's a result of...
I'll say it again because I think they missed it.
The climate crisis is man-made. And it's not just man-made, it's white man-made. It is a result of capitalism, years of colonialism, years of racial oppression. And so if you want to get involved, the way that we save our planet is when we protect the most vulnerable communities among us. And this includes Black trans women. This includes Indigenous peoples. And this is why it includes children and young folk. Because when we protect them, then we can protect everybody else. All right.
Yeah, so it's not a coincidence that all of these individuals that seem to be obsessed with climate change, they're all socialist, right? They're all pushing the globalist, socialist agenda, okay? I mean, somehow, some way, she connects protecting black trans women to climate change, right? I'm not sure how those things are connected and what they have to do with each other, but apparently, again, they have something to do with each other, right? They're all interconnected, okay? Just like climate change is connected with earthquakes and solar eclipses, according to Sunny Hostin, right? I don't think these people really understand that they're not critical thinkers, right? Like, you're not a critical thinker. You truly, really are an NPC. And that is why you get these moments where these people just quite literally just say anything, right? Everything is the white man's fault. Everything is climate change's fault. You know, there's no real actual thought, right? Or any type of logic or reasoning behind any of the things they say. They just say it because this is what they've essentially been programmed to say, right? It really is a sad state of affairs. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.
Anyway, I think what's most important is that before you actually say certain things about a certain conversation, you need to fully understand it. You need to fully understand the cause, why it's happening, you know, fully understand, have a full knowledge. You know, coming out to say that, you know, the earthquakes and the solar eclipse is a man-made thing, is a white man-made thing, then you do not have a full knowledge, even while we all know that it's a natural occurrence. And she was categorically saying that it's not a natural occurrence, it's a man-made thing. So I don't know, obviously it's not a man-made thing, it's not a white man-made thing, right? It's a natural occurrence that I am not certain, I'm not sure what could be the cause, but it's not a natural, it's a natural occurrence, not a man-made, it's not a white man's thing too. I don't know, I'm not sure. Let's know in the comment section. As I told earlier, please, if you know what the interactions between the earthquakes and the earthquakes and the climate change, what the interactions might be, let's know in the comment section. Let's educate ourselves and inform ourselves rightly. Anyway, drop your comments, make sure you like this video, kindly share and subscribe. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.